Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price, you want the lowest price. And with our lowest price guarantee, you can count on us for competitive prices on all your home improvement projects. If you find a qualifying lower price somewhere else on the same item, we'll match it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Price match applies to same item. Current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
With so many options, why choose Arizona State University?
For me, the only online option was ASU because of the quality. Their faculty was really involved with their students and care about your personal journey. The dedication to my personal development from my professors, that's been extremely valuable to me.
Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Explore more than 300 undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
The days are getting shorter, and you can feel it in the air. Yes, it's that time of year. Pumpkin is finally back at Dunkin'. It's the cozy you've been craving all summer long, now in your cup at Dunkin'. Pick up all of your pumpkin favorites, like the signature pumpkin spice iced latte, or a pumpkin iced coffee, and bakery items like pumpkin donuts and muffins. Sip into something comfortable to celebrate the start of cozy season. Use the Dunkin' app for contactless ordering. America runs on Dunkin'. The days are getting shorter, and you can feel it in the air. Yes, it's that time of year. Pumpkin is finally back at Dunkin'. It's the cozy you've been craving all summer long, now in your cup at Dunkin'. Pick up all of your pumpkin favorites, like the signature pumpkin spice iced latte, or a pumpkin iced coffee, and bakery items like pumpkin donuts and muffins. Sip into something comfortable to celebrate the start of cozy season. Use the Dunkin' app for contactless ordering. America runs on Dunkin'.
You ain't got no kind of feeling inside. I got something that'll sure enough set your stuff on fire. You refuse to put anything before your pride. Shut up! What I got will knock your pride aside. Tell me something good. Tell me that you love me, yeah. Tell me something good. Oh, baby, baby, baby. Oh, tell me that you like it, yeah. Tell me that you love me, yeah. Tell me something good. Welcome back, everybody, to the Blackest Show About Nothing. It's Jaden XD. I am your host and resident homosexual, Xavier DeLow, darling. That's all I got. I'm not doing all the AKAs. Google me, nigga. Just Google me, nigga. Google me. Baby, you could Google me. Me and Tiana Taylor singing the same register.
Wow. Did you delete your Instagram too?
No, because I'm not that dramatic.
I'm Jade, the Mary Jade Mommy, a.k.a. La Señorita Problemática Favorita, a.k.a. Noah's former apartment, a.k.a. Carnitas Bay, a.k.a. your mom.
Tu madre. A carnitas y barbacoa.
Carnitas Belcalis Almanzar.
Oh, carnitas Bay.
Yeah. Shmoney.
Money. What's Wataguan, brethren?
Ain't shit, you know what I'm saying? Just doing a lot of behind the scenes work.
Yeah, foundational stuff.
Foundational things.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be that nigga who talks about their secret projects all day long. So,
No.
How are you? Oh, happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday.
To my husband. It's his 3-6 Mafia year. I love that he has a theme every year.
Yeah. Sipping on some scissors.
Sipping on some
sipping on some scissors.
Sip, sip.
And then slob on my knob.
Like corn on the cob.
Check in with me.
And do your job.
Lay in the bed and give me head. Don't have to ask. Don't have to beg. Juicy is my name. Sex is my game. Let's call the boys. Everybody calm down. Let's call the boys. Let's have Bible study.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's talk about the cool vocal styling of the Winans. We don't need to finish the rest of the song.
No, we don't. We did enough.
Not in this climate.
No, not in this climate. How are you? What's going on with you?
I'm pretty okay. I had a good week. I went away for the weekend. I have a story.
Okay.
Yeah. So this weekend I was out of town, and I told myself that I'm going to start, because most of 2017 and most of 2018 I didn't really go anywhere. Mm-hmm. Just if we were working for the show and stuff, and then after that I stayed my black ass in New York. Mm-hmm. So now I'm kind of like making up for lost time, so go on these quick getaways and yada yada yada. So we go to this hotel, which is kind of our favorite hotel that we go to. Another hotel I've been going to for years. And like you, I definitely make my hotel room home.
Right.
If you know what I mean.
Yes.
So I got a little too comfortable. And an alarm went off.
Oh no!
So
oh shit.
The thing was, the smoke alarm is like room specific. So we were like, what is going on? We are going to jail. Period. But so we go outside, we put on clothes.
So
because
I take it you were in the room and not in the bathroom.
Correct.
Oh wow. Okay.
Well, we took all the let me explain.
Yeah. Same.
You take precautions, and mind you, it was brick dick this weekend.
Yeah, it was.
But you make it do what it do. It's not as dramatic as it. Listen to the story. So, we go outside of the, what is going on? Trying to see if it's the whole floor. And of course, there's guests like, hey, are you guys all right in there? I was just like, oh. So I had to trump my way out of this. And I said, yeah, I don't know what's going on. I was just taking a shower. And what is going on? So we go downstairs, and I'm like, so we have an alarm. What is going on? I was showering, I open it, and then it's like a smoked alarm. Maybe that's what's happening. They're like, okay, let's go check it out. So we go upstairs, and this guy named Chuck was like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Clearly you were in the bathroom, and it's not like you guys were smoking or anything. I was like, no, never.
Was he being smart? Smoking us? What?
Oh, what? Oh, never have I ever. So then the fire department comes because they have to, because they've been called and whatnot. So we're downstairs, and this N-word is frozen because they don't want to spook themselves. It's cool, I got it. I was like, it's cool, I'm an actor. So the fire department comes, they're like, yeah, what's going on? I was like, I was showering, we're about to go out, we have a date night planned. And they're just like, oh, okay, we're sorry, we could check this out. I'm like, okay. Go upstairs. So we're waiting downstairs.
Like the stuff?
So we're waiting downstairs, and I hear them talk on the walkie-talkie to the guys downstairs, like, yeah, false alarm, they were just showering, or he was just showering. I was like, mm-hmm. And they're like, yeah, sorry about that. We're completely sorry. The type of root unit you have, everything is just super sensitive. I was like, okay, thank you. I'm like, we're going to have to cancel our plans now. They're like, we're so sorry. Yeah. So, yeah.
So nobody ever said anything about the smell?
No, because you know why?
Why?
Because it was a vape.
Wait. A vape set that off?
Yes.
When a fire starts to burn, right, and it starts to spread, she gonna bring that attitude home. You don't wanna do nothing with their life. When a fire starts to burn, right, and it starts to spread, she gonna bring that attitude home. You don't wanna do nothing with
What the fuck?
Yeah. This particular one, exactly.
A vape set that off?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I'm disgusted. Okay, anyway.
So now they're coming to get me.
They're like, you
are going to jail.
Period.
Haha, I wasn't in New York, so neener. You can't shoot me now. Anywho.
I am fascinated that a vape set off a fire alarm.
Yeah. Well, first of all, the vape I got was from Cali, so the vape was mad thick. So I was like, whoa. But yeah. You can call us.
No, I believe you. I'm just that's just crazy to me.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. I never thought it possible.
Yeah, but hey, I mean, it dissipates after a while, but if you got two vapes going at the same time.
Just blowing it down.
Yep.
Because I've definitely.
Yeah.
I definitely just be whole like.
Yeah.
Backwards.
Yeah. Yeah.
If that ever happened to me, they'd come and be like, Miss.
Right. I'm like, all right.
Whatever, nigga.
Right. But listen to us anywhere and everywhere, except for whatever reason, iHeartRadio is taking a little longer than usual. Somebody just kept... If I don't respond to you on Twitter from either account, don't take it personal. Because I'll eventually address it here, or... If you haven't figured it, you can find, or I feel like you're smart enough to figure out this answer on your own if you just really thought about it. Like my grandmother says, sit with it and come back to me tomorrow.
What the fuck? You're a bitch.
That's what my grandmother said. Just sit with it and come back to me tomorrow. Because more often than not, you either done, realize what you asked me and you figured out the answer, or you forgot, which means it wasn't that important for you to ask.
That's fair.
So sit with it. Come back to me tomorrow. Exactly.
Not to be confused with don't go to bed angry.
Correct. You should not go to bed angry. You should go to bed vindicated.
I won. The North has won.
Yeah. But no, listen to us. Listen to us anywhere and everywhere outside of the SoundCloud and apparently iHeartRadio for now. I didn't even know that was like a thing, but people really fuck with iHeartRadio. So cool. I mean, so do I, because I get to listen to the radio stations back home. Let me tell you something. If you ever decide to listen to, because radio is usually trash because the state of music is the ghetto. Mm-hmm. But if you want to feel like you at the club at like 11, turn to any California hip-hop station, whether it's the one in L.A. or in the Bay, KMEL or Wild 94.9. Nigga, I be turned at work.
With a name like Wild 94.9.
Wild 94.9.
Oh, that sounds like a wing ding doodle.
Yeah, oh, bitch, yes. They be having like a DJ Mustard hour. I'd be like, oh, okay. And they have like a YG, like the one in LA, I can't remember the name. But the YG one, they be, they be super lit. Also follow us on all social media properties, JadenXD.
Yurt.
I do have some things to announce. I want to get out the way.
Okay.
Before I forget. One, housing seminars are back.
Yes.
So
important.
We're bringing back the 2019 edition, New York Housing 101. Also, in this one, if you haven't taken it, take it again. I encourage you to take it. We're also, I'm also announcing NY Housing 102, and that's where I talk about housing subsidies and scams.
Oh, yes.
So those who may come from a marginalized community or happen to be currently homeless or know somebody that's homeless and in a shelter, or if they currently live with HIV and AIDS, that might be the one for you if you live in New York City, because I teach you how to get those housing vouchers so you can move into your own place. So yeah, get your link. 101 is up. 102 will be up by the time this episode's up. So yeah, so they're both up. 102 if you want to know about the subsidies, but I encourage you to take 101 first, because otherwise the shit I will say in New York City in 102 won't make sense to you. Remember how I told you I got honored, or I'm being honored for on the Airs PR list?
Yes.
Well, the gala is March 23rd.
Hey. You gotta wear a tuxedo?
I am probably, I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a bunch of homosexuals, so I feel like most of them are going to come as Billy Porter.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Which is great, by the way.
Yeah.
I just can't, so I'm probably going to be like the anti, and where you know how those niggas who go to award shows and don't care, they just wear jeans and New Balances?
Yes.
I'm probably gonna do that.
Okay, yes, you're gonna be real Lakeith Stanfield about yours.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No haircut for real, just a hoodie and just yeah, I'm here, guys.
New Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Sean Carter.
I'm here.
Yeah.
And then I announced on my Instagram I am hosting In Conversation with Feminista Jones. So you can get your RSVP for tickets in the description box. And that's it I can say. That's all I can say for now. Next
what
week
more can I say?
Yeah. The other one is really fun and I can't wait until it's I can feel really sad. Yeah, I really think. You have something to announce?
Nope, not yet.
Okay. We have a lot to cover.
Yeah, we do.
So let's take a break, and we'll be back after these messages.
The days are getting shorter, and you can feel it in the air. Yes, it's that time of year. Pumpkin is finally back at Dunkin'. It's the cozy you've been craving all summer long, now in your cup at Dunkin'. Pick up all of your pumpkin favorites, like the signature pumpkin spice iced latte, or a pumpkin iced coffee, and bakery items like pumpkin donuts and muffins. Sip into something comfortable to celebrate the start of cozy season. Use the Dunkin' app for contactless ordering. America runs on Dunkin'. The days are getting shorter, and you can feel it in the air. Yes, it's that time of year. Pumpkin is finally back at Dunkin'. It's the cozy you've been craving all summer long, now in your cup at Dunkin'. Pick up all of your pumpkin favorites, like the signature pumpkin spice iced latte, or a pumpkin iced coffee, and bakery items like pumpkin donuts and muffins. Sip into something comfortable to celebrate the start of cozy season. Use the Dunkin' app for contactless ordering. America runs on Dunkin'.
And we're back, and today's episode is brought to you by Joybird. Have you ever heard about the revolution in online furniture shopping and Joybird, the company behind it all? Joybird believes that you should never settle when it comes to your home furnishings, and that you should always have the freedom to be boldly original.
With Joybird, you get one-of-a-kind furniture made to your unique tastes. Turn your ideas into reality with hundreds of styles and options from mid-century modern to contemporary classics.
My faves.
Customizable and amazing array of fabric choices from rich buttery leather and plush velvets to every color imaginable. Mm-hmm. You know I'm wild. I like that. Wide range of kid and pet-friendly upholstery options available. Hallelujah! And free personal design consultants to help nail down your perfect design.
Exactly. So see how Joybird is revolutionizing online furniture shopping. Create the furniture that brings you joy today at joybird.com/JXD. Go to joybird.com/JXD and receive an exclusive offer of 25% off your first over by using the code JXD. Go over to joybird.com/JXD because Joybird is everything.
Is.
And 25% off.
You can't beat it.
You can't beat it. And they usually got good sales going on. So if you tack on that extra 25, yes, God. Yeah.
It's good.
So, before we go on and talk about what this whole episode should be about, I caught up with Iyanla. Because I know people like, she is not a social worker, but she is evil. Blah, blah. Listen, I get it. It's TV to me. So, she had the reality. She always has some reality queen of the days of yore. Whatever.
Yes.
So this one had the black woman who fought her sister on Bridezilla.
Yes.
Which was everything. To Duchess.
Yeah, and the chicken nuggets ex-fiance.
And Althea, Benzino's ex something. So I'm not going to talk about the whole episode because it was a lot. But I do want to say that Duchess looks like she would go to like Iyanla for anything and everything. But anywho, like,
what's her real name, Cora? What's her real name?
Christiana or Cryana. It's like Crystal something or Christiana, something
Christana.
like Christana something. Yeah. It's like a
Christina.
Yeah, but anywho, she's talking about them like how things define who they are or whatever. And they were like, Althea, the dumb one, was just like, well, how do you define yourself? She said, I'm Iyanla, great mother. Healer of the people. And this is what she said that had me fucked up for hours. She said all those things like it was her title in Game of Thrones. And then Rhonda said, I told myself I wasn't calling her Rhonda.
Oh no, I do.
You see, I'm not going to because there's a reason why she calls her Iyanla. Especially in this climate. I'm going to respect the fact that her name is Iyanla. Because that's part of the reason that she changed her name.
So what will Rhonda say?
All right. Say it. She said, I'm not going to say it while you're drinking because you're going to choke. She said, I'm a cultural custodian. I was man down for 45 minutes. I paused it. And this happened at the time where the smoke alarm came on. Because not only am I high and this bitch done fucked me up, then I gotta sober up so I can figure out how to talk to these people. Yes.
She calls herself a clean up woman.
Yes. Of niggas mess. Big mammy titty all the way in perspective for me. I was like, the cultural mammy titty.
Woo! Wow, that's one of my new AKAs. Mammy titty heard around the world.
So fuck what you heard.
Yes. Nigga, you think I'm playing?
In surround sound. Dolby. Jade is really taking notes. But yeah, I had to like share. I was like, woo! That was a hoot for your girl.
Woo,
yeah,
shit.
Imagine.
That, a cultural custodian.
Cultural custodian. She said, I am responsible for cleaning up y'all niggas' mess. I am the cultural custodian. This is how you know, like, they should have never taught niggas how to read. Because it was just like, what? What are you talking about? Cultural custodian. Like, no one calls you to clean up anything. Not in the culture, at least.
I don't know how to go forward right now.
Oh, well, love after lockup.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I want to text you so bad.
No. Okay, so let's get this. You know what? They didn't put the Western Union wench in this episode, and
They didn't need
okay. That is okay because I needed to unpack. Now, normally, like I told Jade earlier, I have to watch this show twice. Once out of pure enjoyment, the other one's to remember shit to talk about on the show. For my real opinions. Mm-hmm. I had to watch this episode 3 times.
Nigga.
Because it was so much. Where would you like to begin? Let's get with the fake Macy and
Oh,
Meth Head.
yeah.
So, I don't know if I've said this, but I feel like when he was sitting out there, like drinking the beers, and he was like just a couple, in my head I was like, oh, he says nigger.
Oh, yeah, that's the first time you thought that?
Yeah, like, you know, because I feel like he would have been like a down-ass white boy. Because first of all, because I saw the Mark Echo shirt that his mother was doing laundry for him and fake Macy, which...
When she was folding her drawers.
Right. Like, I was like, you are the problem here.
I called it.
You are the problem. Why? And she having somebody's mother do her own laundry at her big age.
Bitch,
her
you are like,
thongs.
isn't she like 34 or some shit?
32.
Oh, but too old. I've been doing my own laundry since I was 10.
Mama said she in between jobs. I was like, so you unemployed too?
Oh, yes. And then she had the nerve to ask him when he was going to take her out on a date. Neither one of y'all are working.
Right.
Nobody.
Unless if she gets unemployment, but then that's different.
Doubt it.
I don't know.
That's why they went to the Bob Evans and just ordered cups of coffee. Now it all makes sense.
Yeah.
That's why they didn't get the biscuits and gravy.
Yeah. Either who, the mama is the problem. She's doing their laundry.
Absolutely.
And she's enabling this whole
She's allowing them to both live there,
shenanigans.
unemployed.
Y'all also said in this episode, the triggery and the shenanigans.
The triggery and the shenanigans of it all.
Yeah.
I can hear it.
Yeah. I was like, what is going on?
Y'all are going
Y'all are going to jail. Period.
I will say, and I said it on Getting Grown, because Kia was too tickled with that episode. So, Duchess, Kristana, actually did an interview, I believe it was on Breakfast Club, where she pulled out many facts and examples, receipts and such, to prove her case. And, you know, she didn't sound as insufferable as she was on the show.
No.
You know.
No.
A lot of what she said sounded very valid.
Yeah.
So, I know
and based
there's
on
two
we
sides
know
to
of
every
her
story.
parents and what we've seen, she looks like she was raised in a loving home.
Didn't she graduate like summa cum laude or some
Yeah,
shit?
she's a college graduate. Everything's cool. Where,
Everything's
cool.
Gucci.
Yeah, she just, you know, she just ended up with, men will ruin your life.
Will.
If you let them. But, anywho, they took, Meth took her out on a date. He had never been to Uber.
Matthew.
Yeah, Matthew. He said he didn't even think Uber was around when he got locked up. I was
my
like, you got
God.
locked up 3 years ago.
He said but hasn't he been...
In
Remember,
and out.
they also live in the country, so Uber may not have reached them as quickly as we've had it.
Tacoma, Washington?
Oh, is that where they
feel
live?
like, right outside of it, because they went to Tacoma.
Where's she from?
They're all from Washington State. Where's
I don't
Brandon
know.
when you need him? Oh, he texted me.
I thought he was locked up for like 6 years.
No, he's been like in and out.
Well, he said that's the first time he's ever been in the back of the car that wasn't a cop car.
Yeah. I mean, sure. He's also, I've never known him to like have money to be like, you know.
No, although we will get to his mother. But,
Right. Anywho, takes her out on a date. They go to like Chevy's. No, they go to like Maggiano's or something.
Yeah.
And she asked him questions about like she parents him.
They like to the point where it's a little aggravating.
Like, you're not gonna open the door. Like, you're not gonna like, this is what the plate is for, honey. Like he's been in prison. Like, he wasn't like from Mars. You know what I mean? Like, he has some sense about him.
Right.
But anywho, he plays a practical joke on her.
Mm-hmm.
And
which I thought he was serious.
Oh, I thought he was dead the fuck. And said they were trying to dine and ditch, but he ended up having his mama's Amex.
He was like, "Come on." He was like, just grab the bag. And she was like, "Are we really about to do this?" And he was like, "Yeah, we're about to do this." Like, he was dead ass. And then,
first of all, production wouldn't have allowed them to do it anyway.
No.
Because even the producer would have been like, "All right, nigga, here. Like, don't go back. Like, here. Because we all go get arrested."
Thank you.
Right. Y'all, we complicit with this shit. But anywho, yeah, I was just really annoyed by her. Like, her parenting him and like
asking him how many beers he's gonna have. I'm like, girl, if he's not doing meth,
right,
then like let him live with this corona.
Right. Who cares if it's 9 o'clock? And he probably drinking because of you.
Cause you up his ass.
Aggravating. Anywho, there's them. Who else?
I did wonder how much he tipped.
Oh yeah.
I feel like it wasn't good. I'm like, you had your mama's Amex.
Very true.
That was just a side. That was just a side thought.
Right. Matter of fact, they only showed. They did show. So, Dyke Jan.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And Dr. Marcelino.
Dr.
Why
Umero.
somebody sent us? He was in the Missy Elliott video.
Yes, I saw. I'm like, Missy, you got to vet these people better.
Hello. Again, when he was a Sean John model.
Which wasn't a lie.
Right, it wasn't. Him and Dyke Jan are still together?
Yes, I found that on the internet.
Instagram. Yeah,
yes.
Instagram.
He be having her baby in the pictures.
Yeah.
Like, they be going on trips and shit.
Yeah. All he's paying for it. I wonder what kind of check he get every month. Because I know he's not working. I know he went to the military, so he must get a military check.
And I wonder if he gets any residuals, from the video or anything.
From Sean John stuff.
Probably not.
I don't know.
It's probably a one-time payment situation.
Well, we don't know what else he's been in.
Exactly. If he was in a Missy Elliott video, clearly he's probably been in something else.
Yeah. Anyway. To wrap their story short, nothing really happened. He just kind of cried about being a stepdaddy.
Yeah, and how he had a rough childhood because neither one of his daddies wanted him.
Right, and so all I heard with this was I don't want to be no damn daddy. Not because I'm afraid of being a father. I just don't want to be a parent to your kid. Yeah. And he faked it so to make it look like he's afraid, incapable. And he probably is. But
the Instagram pictures are showing that he's
he's holding his hand, little boy's hand. They gotta chill on them filters. He probably has an Android, but he's just doing it. Yeah,
they look like green bubbles.
Yeah, I mean they're also from the middle of Nevada, so
yeah, I don't know what happens out there.
Me either.
Rattlesnakes.
Yeah, and armadillos. So yeah, that was that. That wasn't even really for real.
Scrabble tiles.
Woo, man! Let me tell you how. Niggas.
How much niggas left to nig? Okay? Because my
what
nigga.
On earth is going on?
You don't come up with no. He said the only way I could get away from this woman is if I pick an argument with her.
So here's the thing. He told her to get on a plane to Sad and Misshapen?
Yes, did.
Did you? First of all. Yo, her weave situation.
It's reckless.
Like, I know it's like supposed to be wet and wavy, but it's just like
it's stressful and tiring.
Yeah, it's just tired. Like, ooh.
It's stressful and exhausting.
Yeah, it's just there. Like,
her wig is like, I hate slavery.
Yeah, man, I hate slavery. Like, it's not a wet and wavy. It's a John Henry. That shit is like built for it tough. Why? Like,
it's not wet and wavy. It's swim in the river.
Yeah, like she had to like wade into the water, girl. Like the way she moved it, like she was trying to like be cute and flip it around, but she had to like move it like it was a arm.
Yeah.
Like it looks like
girl, get that sweet glow, sweet chariot ass wig out of here.
Exactly.
How much did you pay for that? $7.
Right. Girl, that's not even a shake and go.
It's not even a shake and go. It's just a go and get.
Yeah. God, I was like, who is that on your head?
Ooh, who is it?
Yeah. So anywho,
somebody's dinner.
She cheesing. Right. That is roadkill. That is a moose. 100% Nene.
Get that Bullwinkle off your head. Your Bullwinkle is stressing me out.
It's so heavy. Why?
And now it's time for the show.
Right. But my nigga, like, this is how niggas are calculated. And this is how I know he's a con for real. Because you tell her to take a plane, get on a plane, and get to Buffalo on this day. No, and you were like, okay, so I'm going to have to pick a fight with her on Thursday when this bitch come in. Like, that's how calculated. He knows.
He knew exactly what he was doing. He set it up.
And he knew how to get on her nerves and how to make her cry.
That was Todd.
Like,
that was a setup for
That
Todd.
was a scheme that Todd set up to hit you over with the bullshit. And he did. Took fake Brooke Hogan ring shopping. They had a little Avon running around. I know that's not the baby's name. Avon.
Yeah.
So, Aviana. Okay. Because I remember saying how I hate it's pronounced. It should be called Aviana. But little Avon, she, she running around the jeweler. Mm-hmm. At first, he's like, no money, no object. Money's no object, yada, yada, yada. Niggas always say that when they got no money. So, anywho, he picks a fight with her in the car.
Yes, he does.
About
After
nothing.
They look at rings.
Yeah, about nothing.
Literally about the fact that he don't want to wear a ring.
Right.
And she's like, after all I've done.
And it took a while to get to that point. Because he just started like bullshitting.
Like every time she tried to brush it off because she was trying to have a good day with him. Like, I can't even talk shit about this girl because this girl is legit like just really trying to be with this nigga.
Yeah, she said, I'm a good woman.
And you are, Savannah. Mm-hmm. You stood by him all of that time. Married him while he was locked up with the airbrush backdrop.
Mm-hmm. And braids in his head.
With the jail step and repeat.
She gave a nigga with braids a chance.
She did.
In this millennia.
Gave him her all.
Mm-hmm. And a baby.
Listen.
I don't know if I could be that much in love, girl. I don't know. That's that dangerously in love with you shit.
I am in love with you. You set me free.
That might be borderline psychosis. So, anyway, sad and misshapen is cheesing all her way to Buffalo.
Listen, had a driver waiting for her, which I know production paid for.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, this nigga picked the earlobe of America to meet her in. He knew nobody was gonna be there.
and I had to Google where they were and to where she was because he went to she went to
Niagara Falls, New York,
and he was in Farmington, which is an hour and 45-minute drive.
So he was strategic enough to know it wasn't going to take him too much time to get to her, but it was still far enough where old girl wasn't going to catch him. And then has anybody ever been to Niagara Falls, New York? Of course, I have.
Yeah. They have a really good outlet mall out there.
It is the driest place in America. The only thing that's there is pizza. That is it.
No, there's an outlet mall out there. It's cute. I have a cute Club Monaco coat that I got for like $30. It was like original, like 200. Whatever, girl. It was cute. It was the outlet mall.
Living rooms, bedrooms, dinettes. Oh yeah, you can find them at the market. We talking about flea market, Montgomery. It's just like a mini mall. Oh yeah.
Anywho, so we don't really know what happens with them. Like, he just made her cry, a fake Brooke Hogan cry, and then
she told him to go, which he probably knew she was gonna eventually do if he pissed her off enough.
Yeah.
And then he went.
And now he's driving 2 hours to.
Now, here's my question: where is his toothbrush and his drawers?
He probably is gonna have to like buy something.
Oh, he's probably gonna scam old girl to buy him some.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like, how is he gonna stay the night? Or is he gonna like?
I mean, he's doing like a nigga, so he's gonna carry this fight as long as he needs to, and then he's gonna come back and he's gonna blame it on her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because that's how trash niggas do.
That's very true. Very true. I've been on that end of the stick. Whew.
Yeah, same.
Talkspace.com.
I know the games. I know the games.
Ooh, Talkspace.
I know when niggas are playing games, and guess who doesn't have time for any of it?
Not me.
Not your girl.
So you ready? Go ahead. You can take this one.
I just want you all to know. Okay, so... Oh, God. Coffee grounds and toothpaste.
Yo.
So last week we saw he was waiting outside the strip club, bowling alley, skating rink. Walmart. So that they can get married.
Yeah.
And so, finally, like, the preacher shows up, and I was like, but she still ain't here yet. Like, what's going on? Finally, she walks in 4 hours late. They got the little altar set up for them or whatever.
Pause. I was very confused about the setup. Because it was like in a bar.
Mm-hmm. It was like where they do line dancing and shit.
Yes. And
a bunch of strangers.
Yeah, and they had an altar erected.
Yes. Yes. I too was trying to figure out. But clearly everybody in there knew, like, this is a thing. Because when she showed up, they cheered.
Wednesday night wins.
Wednesday night wins. Mm-hmm. So she shows up 4 hours late in a dress that I don't.
In this particular climate, I cannot comment on said dress. Just know that
it looked like Reynolds wrap. So she shows up or whatever 4 hours late, and they get married. Mm-hmm. Right? So I guess they go and celebrate. The next scene we see is him. He has downed 13 shots of tequila because the little limes are in there. That's how we knew. Mm-hmm. And he is boo-hoo-hooing, crying a river of tears to his mother on the phone. So his mother keeps asking him, what's going on, Clint? Yeah. What's going on? Well, you have just got to talk to me. And I was pissed because me and Tristan were sitting there watching it. And I was like, well, what the fuck happened? Like, damn, can they get to it already? Commercial break comes. They come back and my guy goes to the bathroom. Mm-hmm. And the mother's like, well, what didn't you do? You've got to talk to me. And all I know is my reaction right after that was Soulja Boy. Crack! Crack! I was not expecting that.
He said she has a bit of a problem. What's the problem? Motherfucking crack.
What's up with that? Y'all cowards don't even smoke crack. What's up with that? Y'all cowards.
Motherfucking crack, mama. She does crack. Yeah. Like, well, where did she go? She said she wanted to go get some more.
Yeah.
My heart is broken, mama.
He said, like, he got her the first batch of crack.
Right. I was like, so.
Yeah. And then what broke his heart was the fact she wanted more.
Nigga, what did you think that she was just like?
And this is not crack user shaming.
Oh, it is for me. It's crack, nigga. It's motherfucking crack.
Listen, there's worse.
It's motherfucking crack.
There's worse things in this world. There are worse things to do in this world.
Okay.
People just do crack and mind their business. Sometimes.
Most of the people I know don't. But anyway,
yeah, I'm still confused as to how, because I'm like, why is the room in disarray? Like, why, like, were they fighting? How does she have his phone? Like, she took the,
I don't think they were fighting. I think they were fucking and drinking. And, you know, she did her crack. And then, you know, because the shoes were strewn all over the place. And he said that she went and got in the bed, and then he went and got in the bed with her. And when he woke up, she was gone. So she clearly stole his shit. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, got the hell out of Dodge, like we said last week.
Yeah.
She just did it after we thought she did it. She did exactly what we said.
Exactly. Well, we thought she was going to get like a bus ticket, but she took the car.
She took the car.
Yeah. She's like, well, I was married now, so...
She took the car and the phone and went on about her business.
And pumped it to get some crack. Now, I have a question. So you willingly on camera told that you got her first batch. Is she on parole? She is on parole.
Is she?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the implications are on that.
And then, like...
Did he verbatim say he got her first batch?
Well, how else would have... I mean, who else is going to pay for it? Not her. She doesn't have any money.
This is very true.
Unless if she... No.
I mean, she doesn't have any money. At all.
No, unless they got it as like a wedding gift or something. I don't know. Like, here's some
From
crack.
one of the strangers?
Yeah, like, here's some crack.
No, them people in that bar didn't do no crack. Maybe a couple of them gave her some cash, though. And then she spent it on a couple of hits. She probably only got 2 hits, which is $10.
I don't know what crack goes for in the Bible Belt.
I mean, I've always known it to be 2 for $10, but
Same.
I don't know if that's universal.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it's like.
I don't know if the prices have been gentrified.
I don't know what it's like in Dallas. Man, number 2, how do you find crack in Dallas?
Oh, nigga, you can find crack. Like, if you do crack...
Actually, no, it makes sense because it's by the Mexican border.
If you do crack, you can find crack.
Motherfucking crack.
Because there are people who will be like, how do you find weed when you blah, blah, blah? And I'm like, bitch, there's ways. Like, just go away.
But, you know, you think of, like, different states. I can understand why, like, L.A. would have crack.
Oh, yeah.
And I can understand. But now I think about it because they're really relatively close to the Mexican border. Then the cocaine would come through, and then you would chop that up, and you get crack.
And make crack.
Yeah. I get that. But, like, outside of this conversation, like, I can't imagine, like, weed, like, being, like, a thing in, like, Indiana. I feel like, because, you know, like, there's some people who are more into pills. Or, like, like in Maine, I know they do more pills as opposed to smoke weed.
Oh, but it's legal, so you can find it in Maine.
Oh.
Just like in India. You can find weed everywhere.
I know, but I just feel like, you know, there's some people have, like, their drug of choice.
This is
like
true.
Like the regions. Like, oh, we don't do that. Like in Memphis, like, people probably, like, do more pills or do more white girl.
But you can still find weed.
Anywho, yeah, motherfucking crack, bro. I really... I was like, what is going on?
Y'all are going to jail.
And he had the nerve to still want to be with her.
That's what his mother asked him. He goes, I still want to be with her, mama. I love her. I married her.
Yeah. I felt really bad.
Because I know somewhere deep down in my heart, I still love you.
feel bad for him, in between my giggles.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't say I wasn't not laughing.
Because that bitch just cried. Oh my God.
Right, like
It
what?
wasn't meth, it wasn't heroin.
Yeah, that's what threw me off guard. I was like, crack.
I just knew. I didn't know what he was going to say. She fucked a bellboy. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what we said. We were like, maybe she like abused him or something, like she fought him, or like she fucked somebody else like that night.
Or I was like, maybe she just literally left. Like she stole his shit and left. I did not. I thought he was going to say she stole my shit and left.
Right.
I did not expect that she smoked crack and then she stole his shit and left. I was not ready.
I'm not ready. Yeah, I was not ready for that at all. But I can't wait for tonight.
Can't.
It's going to be a what?
Wang dang doodle.
We'll be back after these messages. The days are getting shorter, and you can feel it in the air. Yes, it's that time of year. Pumpkin is finally back at Dunkin'. It's the cozy you've been craving all summer long, now in your cup at Dunkin'. Pick up all of your pumpkin favorites, like the signature pumpkin spice iced latte, or a pumpkin iced coffee, and bakery items like pumpkin donuts and muffins. Sip into something comfortable to celebrate the start of cozy season. Use the Dunkin' app for contactless ordering. America runs on Dunkin'. The days are getting shorter, and you can feel it in the air. Yes, it's that time of year. Pumpkin is finally back at Dunkin'. It's the cozy you've been craving all summer long, now in your cup at Dunkin'. Pick up all of your pumpkin favorites, like the signature pumpkin spice iced latte, or a pumpkin iced coffee, and bakery items like pumpkin donuts and muffins. Sip into something comfortable to celebrate the start of cozy season. Use the Dunkin' app for contactless ordering. America runs on Dunkin'.
And we're back, and this episode is also sponsored by Scentbird, a luxury fragrance subscription service.
Have you ever had someone come up to you and say, "You smell amazing. What are you wearing?" Scentbird.com keeps me smelling good month after month.
Yes, we talk about it all the time, but, I stand Scentbird from the sleek packaging and the non-commitment of having to buy a big-ass bottle everywhere else, but I can buy smaller bottles and it'll last me all month, and I can oscillate between my faves. I've been using Dark Rum by Malin and Getz, Elisar by Amber, or Amber by Elisar.
Ooh.
And because you have to pronounce it like that, Elisar. And a couple other ones. I really love them.
Scentbird has 450 designer brands, and you choose one every month and try exactly the brands you want. It's the real deal. So you all know that I love my Scentbird, and I don't wear perfume every day, so mine happens to last me more than a month. And so I have an array of 8 to 12 scents just at my disposal, at my fingertips, anytime that I want to smell amazing.
Yeah, and that's why I always use Scentbird.com. With this exclusive offer, you'll get 50% off your first month today. That's only $7.50 for your first cologne or perfume. That's SCENTbird.com/JXD and use our code JXD for 50% off your first month. That's SEENTbird.com/JXD. Sign on. Smell great. So, we're talking about scams and scammers.
Yeah, in the spirit of...
Girl, let me tell you about that damn fire documentaries.
Oh my God, that thing that nobody will stop talking about.
Because it's wild. It is a cautionary tale of how white people will do anything.
So I heard that the act that they all pay. How much did they pay?
What do you mean?
How much did they pay for? How much did they pay for the tickets?
Oh, it's way more than, it's super layered.
Okay, give it to me.
So essentially, if you haven't watched it, there's 2 documentaries. There's one on Hulu and one on Netflix. The one on Netflix is produced by Fuck Jerry or Jerry Media, and they're the people who were doing the promo and marketing for the Fire Festival and the Fire app. The Hulu documentary is produced by some other people. However, the Hulu documentary has Billy McFarland in it, who's the main person involved with the Fire Festival. Like, he's the main nigga who is responsible for all this madness happening.
Okay.
Billy McFarland came to New York. He was really like Trumpish. Like, he was trying to like get money fast, and he started this like
he was a real big
credit card company called Magnesis. And it was like some luxury like credit card. It was like the black card, but like for non-rich people. Oh. And like you can sign up and you get like reward points and like rewards and all these other things. And like you have access to like this townhome you can use in Soho.
What?
Yeah, it was like some real like black card exclusive shit. But almost anybody can get it. But you have to pay fees. So he was like cashing in on like $2 million in fees like a month.
What?
So my nigga was like caking. Anywho, he decides to get this idea to start an app called Fire with Ja Rule. Wow. Okay. Word of caution. I'm going to say Ja Rule a lot. And I just never thought I would say that ever, let alone in the year 2019. So, how he meets Ja Rule, he like tries to book Ja Rule for a party. And like he tries to find him on Instagram and goes through two people, has to pay like $1,500. And then he finally gets to Ja Rule, and Ja Rule's like, nah. So eventually, Ja Rule ends up taking a meeting with him, and they start Fire. And Fire is supposed to be this app that was supposed to connect you or a booker to the artist. So you can download this app and book an artist for your birthday or something. So like you can log on to Fire and you want to like get, I don't know, Ja Rule.
Why on earth?
Right.
Would you want Ja Rule?
So on the app, you can see like what they're famous for, sample some of their tracks, see their booking fees, and do a contact form and book them for bar mitzvahs, birthday parties.
Okay.
Or whatever. So they get this grant. Ja Rule. Ooh, there should be a Ja Rule count for this episode.
Ooh. Damn it, if we had a bottle of liquor.
Oh, God, we would die. So Ja Rule and Billy McFarland decide to have the dopest launch party ever.
And this is me and Billy's favorite toast. And this goes for all of us in the room. Here's to living like movie stars, party like rock stars, Billy.
And fucking like porn stars.
Oh, God.
Which turns into the Fire Music Festival.
Okay.
So here's what it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be a luxury Coachella in the Bahamas.
Okay.
On an island that was once owned by Pablo Escobar.
Okay.
So ideally, these people, it was supposed to be influencers and like models and all these other artists coming, like Blink-182. Why you would fly to the Bahamas to go to a Blink-182 concert? You deserve to get scammed, but that's neither here nor there. Blink-182, Good Music was performing.
Oh, really? Good Music was attached to this.
So we thought.
Oh, okay. Okay.
a bunch of other like big names were attached to it. And it went wrong from the jump. It turned and like ultimately people were supposed to fly in. They could book like villas on the beach, you know, all this good stuff. Like partying with supermodels, a yacht, brunch, and they're paying. And like these packages were going up for it's like $250,000. Like
what?
Yeah.
What kind of? So these were rich kids.
Rich whites, yes.
Oh, I don't feel bad.
So, which that's kind of the point of the documentary because they were like, you know, it was paying for us, but the rest of the world was laughing because they're like, haha, all these rich kids, that's what you get. When I tell you, everything goes wrong that could go wrong. Billy's lying to people, hustling people out of money. And, you know, people showed up. They didn't have food. They didn't have water. They barely had water. One of the event, you saw the clip, right? With the nigga who almost had to suck dick to get water for the whole festival.
Wait, what?
Oh my God, you need to watch this.
What?
Yeah. They were like, can you take one for the team? Can you go suck the head of customs dick to get this water?
That's what they requested?
Yeah. And the guy went to go do it, and the guy and the head of customs was like, nah, like, chill.
Wait, did the guy from customs like initiate like you gotta suck my dick for water, or did they just be like, "Oh, suck your dick for water," and the guy's like, "Chill, I'll give you water."
Closer to that, but like Billy McFarland asked this guy named Alan, one of the coordinators, was like, "Can you take one for the team? Will you go give this guy head?"
What the fuck?
Exactly. And part of me was like, "Is that nigga out? Like." The head of customs, like, did he really want to head from a guy?
That's what I'm wondering. That's what I'm like. Did he request this, or like, did you just come out of left field and be like, "I'll suck your dick"?
Right. Anywho, they had FEMA tents set up for these people. Not enough people had tents or places to sleep.
FEMA tents? Who set that up?
They were left over from Hurricane Matthew. Right. Biggest scam shit show ever. Go watch it. But the reason...
Wait, the Netflix one or the Hulu one?
You have to watch both of them.
You do?
Yes. Because the Netflix one is better produced.
Okay.
You just get a little bit more context with both of them together. Like, both of them make the perfect doc.
Okay, got you. Okay.
So I say all this to say we're talking about scammers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Would you like to take one?
Sure. The post office. Because what these niggas do is they go to every address that a package is supposed to be delivered to. They might drop a few, but for the most part, they leave a slip. And they do this at a whole bunch of houses so they can clear up free time. And you gotta go pick up your own packages and they don't have to do their job. At least the ones in my neighborhood.
No, they do that to mine too. They don't even leave a slip.
Oh, today they didn't leave a slip, but they said on my tracking that they left a slip.
Yeah, no.
So
what I learned,
somebody's getting fired.
I learned too, you have to contact your local postmaster.
That's what I'm gonna do.
And
but then they're just as terrible inside.
Oh no, you email them. Brandon taught me this. You got to email them.
Okay, tell me more.
You find your local your post office, and on the site they should have like email the postmasters, whatever, and you write a sternly worded white woman email.
Oh, I can do that.
And they usually call you within 24 hours. Like, if you do it now, like, I remember the last time I had to do it, like, in December. And they called me back the very next day, because it was on a Friday. And she called me, she happened to call me on a Saturday. It was a black lady. She was like, I am so sorry. The holiday. I was like, that's cool, but don't lie to me and say that you sent it.
Right.
I don't know if this is you lying because you got quotas to make, so you fabricating numbers, but like, who's regulating this? Like, who is like, what is going on? But she's like, I'm sorry, we'll get it back to you. Like, she's like, we could save it for you. Come pick it up. I was like, no, deliver it.
Right.
Like, let's make these lazy ass post office workers get up and get it. Like.
And
and I don't want to shame them because, but I have seen postal workers in my neighborhood.
Oh, I'm not going to shame the ones as a whole. I'm shaming my specific post office.
Yeah, and but I've seen some of these niggas just be like, they don't know how to wear the uniform. They just be like on the phone. They just be throwing mail all haphazardly and shit.
Aggravating.
I'm
disgusted.
Same.
What you got?
Audible. So Audible is such a scam. And I pay for it. Well, I don't pay for it anymore. Because I was like, essentially, you sign up for the service, you get 2 free audiobooks a month. And then, bless you.
Thank you.
And then you got to pay for more.
What?
Like, you have to pay for the audiobooks, or you got to wait for another month to get your 2 free ones. Nigga, it's an audiobook. I moved through them shits in like 2 to 3 days.
That does sound like a scam.
Yeah, like, why do I got to pay? Like, I thought it was like Spotify for audiobooks. Which there should be one.
That's how they make it seem.
But no, that is a scam. Most of Amazon is a scam. Let me tell you something. Like, I gotta pay. I recently I downloaded Truebill or whatever that app is called. Truebill. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking at all the shit that I pay for, and I let a bunch of that shit go. Like, Amazon Fresh, I don't even use that shit anymore. Like, why isn't that included in my regular Amazon Prime membership? I'm also hate the fact that I pay for Prime because nothing comes in 2 days.
Some stuff of mine comes in 2 days. But I feel like... Do we pay for shipping with Prime?
No.
Okay, maybe that's what it is then. Then I'm not going to shit on it.
But don't say 2 days and then come like 5 to 6 days later.
This is true.
Like...
But they tell you on the thing what's Prime and what's not.
I know. I only buy things that are Prime. Because like people are like, oh, don't text niggas with the green bubbles. I don't buy shit that ain't on Prime.
That's real. Sometimes I don't have a choice.
Because the whole point is like, because I hate waiting for packages. So my whole thing was like, well, if it comes in 2 days, then that's fine. Because I'll know I will need shit in 2 days. Like, the main things I buy on Amazon, like household items, I don't want to carry up from my house, like. Or that have better deals on Amazon, like toilet paper.
Right. Oh, I get mine from Costco.
Oh, see. Toilet paper. I had like 96 rolls for $18. I didn't have to buy toilet paper for like 8 months.
Speaking of toilet paper, I went to Melissa Beck's house.
Mm-hmm.
She sends her guests away with a roll of Hello Kitty toilet paper. It has speckles of pink. And so you are like in Hello Kitty and like little flowers. So you are literally wiping your ass with Sanrio.
I remember when she bought those.
Yes. But apparently it's a thing now.
Yeah.
So we definitely, and now Noah has claimed that we are not allowed to use her Hello Kitty toilet paper.
I'm not mad at it.
But yes.
Let's play ticker.
Bobby, can you talk to play wheels?
You want to hear a station for porn detected? Porno ringtone, hot chick, amateur girl, calling sexy.
No.
Hot pussy, anal dildo ringtone.
Alexa, stop!
Well, my next biggest scam, the 2016 election.
Yeah.
Woo!
Definition of a scam.
That orangutan had you honkies thinking y'all were the same person. And I know we've said it before, but it bears repeating. He had y'all thinking you all were the same financially. You all were on the same level. And little do you know, he not only just hates black people, it's not even that. He hates poor people.
Yeah.
He hates everybody that is not him.
Yeah.
And you all fell for his delusions, which you have to be the biggest idiot in the world to feed into anything that comes out of his eye lips.
Yeah.
And all of these thousands of people fell for this shit to the point where now you have these little, even rich people with money, people who pay for education are still falling for this shit. Because you got them disrespectful little cunts who decided to get up in the native elders' face.
Oh yeah.
In DC with their MAGA hats, and if they didn't have their MAGA hats on, they switched and made sure they put on their MAGA hat. It was disgusting, and that's because
the millennial white hood.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And them little turds deserve nope, not gonna say it.
Nope. In this current political climate,
these right wing munches are like really trying to use shit against people, but it was disrespectful. And it, you know what? I'm gonna say this in a language that you probably still don't understand. It was disrespectful, and those children were empowered by the families that they come from and the things that they hear in their household to be little ass cunts and be disrespectful.
Yeah.
So the 2016 election, one of the biggest scams I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, nigga, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, nigga, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah.
I don't know how to follow that.
There's so many.
Yeah, there's so many.
There's just scams for days.
Okay. So, student loans are a scam of epic proportion.
Woo!
Because what I've learned now that I've been out of school, out of undergrad for, a very long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I had to think, like, how long has it been? That a bachelor's degree is just a very expensive, like, kindergarten diploma.
Yes.
Because what I've learned is that a bachelor's degree is just a fancy way of telling niggas you know how to follow directions.
Right. Now we want to see you put in the real work.
Yeah. Like, grad school and stuff is where shit really pops off. But, like...
And even then.
Yeah. Even then, because Lord knows I. But, I'm like, what? Like, and the thing is, they're so predatory. Like, I don't think people really know what they're getting into with student loans until
not at all.
After the fact.
No.
Like, I can't even, and I consider myself a relatively smart person, and I still can't grasp of, like, well, what the fuck did I sign for? Like,
Nigga,
these promissory notes, like, what
student loans are like, they're like a quiet,
loan
emotionally abusive relationship.
Yeah.
Like, they wear you down over time. They make you think that everything is gravy.
Yes, they are men. Yes.
And then when it's all said
student
and
loans
done,
are men.
These bitches have sucked the life out of you.
Men. You know, I like to partake in a little misandry every now and again.
Yes. Scam.
Yeah, they are a total scam.
Scam.
So are men.
I finished paying, selling, maybe. 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 Huh, let me tell you what.
Next one.
Yeah, man, you're talking about yourself. Yes, I know, nigga, men are scam. I know. Shit. God, a scam. We don't do nothing.
New York City housing.
Man.
Let me tell you something. These people say, you know what? I think that I'm going to charge $3,000 a month for a studio apartment. And because there's such limited housing, somebody's going to have to pay it.
Yeah.
And that is how housing works here. It's not like you're ready to move, and even if you're not ready to buy a house, which takes some time, you're ready to move into an apartment. You don't just go into a complex and ask them how many availabilities they have and if they have this or that. It's not easy like that. You have to find things. You have to make sure your credit is in order. You have to specifically search out places with amenities and go and make sure that they didn't sell you a dream and tell you that it was a 2-bedroom and it was 1 bedroom with a closet. Like, these are things that you have to go through.
Yo, I hate. What is that? Is that like a? Like I know about housing and public housing more than anything, and I understand some private laws. And so now that I'm apartment hunting too. And I see I'm like 1 bedroom. I'm like, okay. But I realize it's a studio with
a partition.
Yeah.
I'm like, bitch, did you just... And that's how they're doing. And a lot of these landlords, specific landlords, check out one of us on Netflix. They are taking apartments and they are cutting these bitches in half. And then... renting them as 1 bedrooms or cutting bedrooms in half and renting them as 2 bedrooms.
Yeah.
And you have to look in the details when you are looking for an apartment because they'll tell you in the description or the lack thereof will tell you in the description how big those bedrooms are. A lot of them with large, spacious, da-da-da. Okay, that's something that you need to look at. If it says queen size bed, that means literally the only thing that can fit in that room is a queen-size bed. And it's big enough for them to tell you that a queen-size bed can fit in it. So New York City housing is like the ultimate ghetto and the ultimate scam. Now, once you get in, then you can scam because squatters' rights are also a thing here. But
yeah, it is.
That's another conversation.
It is.
What you got?
I'm covering that in NY Housing 102.
Listen, because sometimes it's necessary.
You're the landlord and the keeper of our love. Yeah. You're the landlord and the keeper.
Oh yeah. So the high-end food industry. Now,
why are oxtails $26 a pound?
Right. And I say this because, so, I watch Final Table. I love cooking shows on Netflix. Netflix does cooking shows well, just like A&E does true crime amazingly well, like too well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Because 60 days in.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
Ooh.
Did you watch the latest episode of the new season?
No, because I have been going back and binging previous seasons. So I'm halfway through season 2, more than halfway through season 2, and then I gotta go back and finish 3 and 4, and then go back and update myself on the newest of 5.
Yeah,
nigga.
Because, woo.
Nigga.
Yeah, I told you. I'm so mad you never watched that show before.
Me too. Whippets.
Yes, listen. Emmy award-winning programming.
Yo, and craftiness at its finest.
Yes.
How do you take the nicotine thing out of the e-cigarette? Yo. And what else did I put in that thing?
In one of their pills, right?
Maybe it's in one of their pills. So it's a crushed up pill and it's the e-cigarette thing and then they wrap it and it's called a crack stick. Nigga. That, and the Whippets, is that the liquid stuff?
Whippets is what they... Yeah, it's like they crush a whole bunch of pills from Midol and their psych meds and all that good stuff, and like Kool-Aid mixture, and they whip it around and they liquid and they put it
lick
on.
it.
Yeah,
Nigga.
right.
Ooh.
A show.
It is a show. 60 Days. It is a show. Okay, it is a show.
A show.
Wow.
And you know they have reunions and everything.
Yes. I haven't gotten to any of the reunions.
Because the season 3 reunion is shady.
Oh, I can't wait. I gotta get back to season 3. I gotta hurry up and finish season 2.
Yeah. It's heavy.
It is.
Yeah.
And I just so many thoughts.
Yeah.
So many thoughts.
Yeah. It's really good.
So many thoughts. But I think I roughly found out how much they get paid. Because I was like, you niggas gotta be like, y'all have to need money to do this. Maybe.
Sure.
$3,000 an episode. Not enough.
So what is that? So I think it's 12 episodes. I think, or 10. So they get 30,000.
Yeah, and then you take taxes away and shit
So
like
they
that.
get like 22,000 maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not enough.
Yeah, nah.
Not enough.
No.
And then that nigga Zach, him and his wife both did it.
Mm-hmm.
I said, ooh, y'all trying to put a down payment on the house or something.
Yeah.
That's gotta be what it is.
Y'all trying to buy a baby in Uganda.
Because this girl went straight in while she was still postpartum.
Like that shit was wild to me.
Like, girl.
Because I wouldn't fuck you up mentally.
And I did not know that she was postpartum, and on top of that, she was a former drug addict.
Yeah.
And y'all gonna put her in this drug division with all these bitches smoking pencils and shit?
Yes.
Like, what are you doing?
That's when I realized. I was like, oh.
Everybody calm down. Everybody relax. And then you had the black lady whose daughter went to prison.
Yeah.
But they never said what she did. They just said she got 10 years. But I want to know what she did because the mother is so anti the system. And even though she's black, she looks white, but she's black. But she looks white, but she's black.
Yeah, she's like a Faith Evans.
Yes.
Yeah.
More.
Yeah.
But anyway, go watch 60 Days In, all the seasons. I know
Yeah.
we keep saying that. Just do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, what other scams you got?
Back to the high-end food thing.
Oh, yes.
Right. So, like, I watched Final Table, and, like, the nerve of, like, you know, high-end food restaurants, how they'll scoff at certain things, but they'll use literally, like, what's called, like, peasant scraps or whatever, and, like, charge, like, $100 a plate for these things. Like, I was watching, like, they're using sweetbreads and, like, using, like,
Gizzard
foraged,
gravy.
yeah, and using foraged like the shit, like the greens you cut off on the top of carrots and shit. Talk about like refuse vegetables or something like that. And they made like this. First of all, sweetbreads is disgusting. It's brains and pancreas of an animal.
It's not bread.
No. I was like, what? Bread? Like they even lied to somebody. Like one of the judges saying sweetbread is like sweetbread or something like that.
What?
Yeah, it was wild. Anyway, I just really. What's a scam to me is the fact that, like, how dare you, like, scoff and, like, because you literally usurp, like, poor people and, like, how they need to survive. Like, oxtail. Like, oxtail was really for, like, of the people. Now.
Yes.
I remember when I was a kid, oxtail was cheap, and you had it kind of all the time because it was, like.
Because it was easy.
Yeah, it was easy. You brought it out. It was good.
We knew how to make it.
Now. That shit is like as much as a rack of lamb, if not more.
Nigga, it's a special occasion if you want to go get some oxtail from the supermarket.
Right. No, it's just like, what on earth? Absolutely not.
I'm about to lose my mind. You, me, and oxtail beef, look what you did to me. Rice and peas on the stove, you know I gotta eat. My belly just a hot me. But that gravy nice and sloppy. If you got it, then
what you got?
You know, I just really hate that white people have taken collard greens and like they've really like just anyway.
Like glory greens.
Yes.
Glory greens is a scam. That's your scam.
It's a scam. All these stems. All these stems.
Yeah.
Anyway. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. Insurance.
Yeah.
Insurance is a scam of all kinds. Health insurance, car insurance, home insurance. Yeah, if you have that shit, it'll cover you if an emergency happens. Yes, 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 I know. But how often is this shit happening for us to be paying all these bukus of money in order for us to, you cannot drive your car if you do not have insurance. So there's a chance that a nigga might hit me and then I'm paying $300 a month in Brooklyn. No, I'm not paying that, but some people are. You can go up to, I have been quoted $700 a month in a particular zip code just because of the crime and so forth. So just because a nigga might break into my car or might carjack me or whatever, you all want to charge this much money a month? Scam.
Ghetto.
Scam.
That's how you put insurance on yourself. They make Instagram posts cause they scared of they death. Bitch, that's how you put insurance on yourself. If he don't die, they go hook him up to an eye like he got chemo. One of them bitches drop, we need 3 more. I done dropped it, now they...
What you got?
First of all, this list. Enron, for real?
Yes.
I mean, yes.
My uncle used to work at Enron when it went down.
I'm glad you put this on here because I was talking to my coworker about this.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I was talking to my coworker because he was anyway, he was talking about like what he was doing with kids or whatever with his kids. The movies is a scam.
Yes, nigga.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
It is a scam.
You know how much goddamn money it costs for you just for some snacks? You know how much a bag of popcorn costs in the supermarket?
Yeah, that's what he was saying. He was like, I got 2 kids.
I'm just saying.
He was like, I got 2 boys. They're growing. And he was just like, getting stuff for kids, like the popcorn stuff. He was just like, it adds up.
Yes.
And also, he was like, you're paying all this movie for a movie ticket for a movie that you may not even like.
Right. You don't know.
So you're paying, like, you don't get a refund after if you don't like the movie or not.
No, you don't. And my black ass had to sit through one of the worst movies I've ever seen with, what was that movie? With Thor. Was it Thor? No. Was it Thor?
I thought that was, is this when you did with Godzilla?
No, Godzilla was also one of the worst movies. It was with The Rock. Greek mythology. Damn it. What movie was that?
No.
No. Shit. Hold on.
Ragnarok or whatever. Thor. I don't know. Mine was Lucy. Lucy was a horrible movie. I hate
Who was in Lucy?
Scarlett Johansson. Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson is just not interesting.
No, she's not.
She's just not interesting.
She's
not.
not.
Like she's just.
It was
she's a
Scarlett
pretty girl.
Johansson and Morgan Freeman.
That can go one way or the other.
And it went the other.
Wait, I'm trying to see what movie this was because I was really frustrated.
Yeah, I only know. I'm not really a comic book person, and I only went to see Black Panther because black people told me to go, and I enjoyed it. But I would have never on my own, went to go see Black Panther. I was like, oh, okay. Like, this is cute.
I loved Black Panther.
Yeah, I didn't dislike it. I thought it was great. People are like, it wasn't all that. I'm like, oh, well, I don't have any point of reference to any, like, comic book. So, like, I don't. Sure, girl.
I don't know what they
I watch
Hercules with The Rock. The worst.
Oh.
What's worst?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my worst movie I ever saw was like Lucy.
All right. Oh, I remember that movie. Wasn't it like an action movie or something?
It was.
She was a robot or some shit?
She eventually turned into like a computer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess.
It was weird.
Okay.
Come to think of it, the last time I went to the movies was to go see Black Panther. No?
The only time the movies is not a scam is when you go to like Alamo or like Nighthawk and get to order food and, you know, chill and it's comfortable and all of that. Then it's like, all right, I'm paying for the experience. But when you go to a regular ass, pissy ass Magic Johnson and, you know, it smells like soda and like Bebe's Kids in there.
That's where I went to go see Precious.
And you don't even want to eat nothing. That's where we went to go see Black Panther one of the times. And you don't want to eat nothing out of there because you don't know. You
I
don't
bought
know
a
what's...
Lucy out of my theater when I went to go see Precious. This guy was selling Lucy's in the theater.
See? The Magic Johnsons. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. It was also fitting because it was Precious.
That is fitting.
Yeah, your boy Banks. And this track is dedicated to all the ladies out there who like to go to the movies, you know, especially you, girl. Let me take you to the movie, shawty.
So, that... Name us some other scams. And, yeah. We'll be back with Nigga Peace Theater.
The days are getting shorter, and you can feel it in the air. Yes, it's that time of year. Pumpkin is finally back at Dunkin'. It's the cozy you've been craving all summer long, now in your cup at Dunkin'. Pick up all of your pumpkin favorites, like the signature pumpkin spice iced latte, or a pumpkin iced coffee, and bakery items like pumpkin donuts and muffins. Sip into something comfortable to celebrate the start of cozy season. Use the Dunkin' app for contactless ordering. America runs on Dunkin'.
With the new iPhone SE for less than $100 at Metro, you rule. It's the most affordable iPhone on the #1 brand in prepaid. So whether you're studying online or FaceTiming.
Hey, Mom.
Hi, dear. The iPhone SE has all you need. Switch to Metro and get the iPhone SE for $99.99 after rebate redemption and 6 months of service with AutoPay. Metro by T-Mobile. Rule your day. Limit 1 per account/household. Requires port and ID validation. Not valid for numbers currently on the T-Mobile network or active on Metro in past 90 days. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
And we're back. Nigga Peace Theater. I know our episodes have been long. But, you know, new year, new us. We're trying to give you more stuff.
Yes.
New beat to step to.
Yes. But are you ready for chapter 3?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Okay.
If you haven't...
Shut the fuck up.
All right. You know, if you're not caught up with the story, go back and listen to the last 2 episodes.
Yes. Get yourself acquainted because what chapter are we going to go to before we...
Oh.
I guess we'll let you all know. It'll be a surprise.
Well, that's when we get to the last chapter, and then we just don't do the last chapter, and then...
You got to write a whole book. Yes. Yeah.
The book is only like $2.
Yeah.
So like a thing.
Okay. Support black art.
Yeah.
You ready?
Literature. Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
I feel like I'm going to be annoyed. Okay.
Lola was taking her usual Wednesday to clean up the house. At this stage in her life and with the money she made, she really wanted a cleaning lady, but being extremely cautious is what allowed her to operate the way she had for the last 25 years when she took over. Lola kept her business circle tighter than Fort Knox. Not even a mouse could slip through the cracks. Hence her having to teach her hermano a painful lesson, which she really hated to do. She carried out her normal cleaning routine. She started in the kitchen, moving every appliance and meticulously cleaning behind. Reorganizing the pantry, cleaning the fridge, wiping down the counters and cabinets and baseboards, and lastly mopping the floor. Just as she was mopping herself out the doorway and got ready to start on the hallway and foyer, the doorbell rang. Lola wasn't used to drop-bys. She patted to make sure Lucille was in the pocket of her muumuu and then peeked through the door. It was Denise. Hey, niece. Now you know better than to sneak up on me. Hey, Auntie Lo. Denise stepped inside, removed her shoes, and locked the door behind her. She placed her bag on the coat rack by the door and turned to Lola. Thank you for my gift. Daddy gave it to me yesterday. You don't know how much I needed that. School and work are kicking my ass. That job isn't even paying me enough, and I don't want to keep running to Daddy. She paused. Is there anything I can do to thank you and maybe even continue to help you? Well, do you want to borrow some money? Come on, let's go sit down and figure out some solutions. ¿Todavía te gusta el café? I'm more of a tea girl now. My girl. Lola and Denise headed to the kitchen. The floor was dry by now. Lola put some water on to boil, pulled some lemon cake out the fridge, sliced and warmed it, and sat down at the table. I don't loan money, but you're my niece, so if you need something, let me know. I can't work like that, Auntie Lo. It's wild enough that on special occasions, you don't bless me like the average tia. I gotta hide your damn gifts, Denise laughed. Listen, I'm grateful, but I want to come work for you. Lola shifted in her seat. How about you come help me around the house on Wednesdays? I'll pay you every week. Just some organizing and light dusting. No demasiado. Denise looked down and refused to look Lola in the eye as she made her next request. I want to work for you like Daddy. You can't do that. So Wednesdays it is. Auntie Lo, I'm grown. I'm smart. I'm low-key. Please. No. And I'm not talking about this anymore. Lola's phone rang. Hello? Yes, this is Dolores. Oh. Okay, give me an hour and a half and I'll be there. Thank you. You want to drive your tia somewhere? Denise wasn't done. She just had to figure out how to wear Auntie Lo down. Lola headed upstairs to put some clothes on and get herself presentable. Vámonos. Lola grabbed her pocketbook and throw-on blazer. Where are we going? I need to stop by Boys and Girls. Denise drove her Auntie Lo to the high school. Lola asked Denise about her specific classes, who she was dating at the time, and everything she could think of to keep this girl from asking her anything else about work. They pulled up to the school. Don't worry about waiting for me. I'll grab a cab home, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Yes, Auntie. Be safe. Igualmente, te amo. Love you too, shouted Denise as she buckled her seatbelt and put the car in drive. Dolores walked into the high school to the security desk. Senora Jimenez! The admin behind the front desk jumped up to give Dolores a big hug. She had been one of her students 15 years ago. Estoy tan feliz de verte. Igualmente. ¿Cómo está y tu familia? Bien, gracias, bien. Señor Jones, me llamo es mejor que esté aquí. Sí, he's in his office. Okay, mi amor, I'll chat with you later. It was so good to see you. Dolores heard a student behind the closed door, so she waited on the bench outside Principal Jones' office. As the voices got closer, she knew he was coming to the door, and then it opened. Don't make me have this conversation with you again. Principal Jones' voice was just as deep as she remembered it. Dolores! Come on in. I wanted to speak with you about your pension. Dolores followed him into his office. He closed the door and sat down on the seat next to her and not behind the desk. ¿De qué se trata esto, Preston? I missed that. You got 5 seconds before I knock everything off this desk and walk out. ¿Qué diablo está pasando con mi pension? Loosely translated, what the hell is going on with my pension?
Yeah.
Okay, I knew the only way you would speak to me is if I called you about your money. Nothing's wrong with your pension. I miss you, Lo. We should have been married for at least 20 years by now.
Oh, hell.
No sabía cómo mantener tu pinga en tus pantalones. Listen, you're wasting my time. Don't do this bullshit again or what? You'll pull Lucille out your bag and teach me a lesson? Lo sabe aún así quiere estar conmigo. Está fuera de mi mente. Loosely translated, and yet you still want to be with me. You're fucking crazy. Goodbye, Preston. Dolores walked out of Preston's office. This is why she had to leave him 30 years ago. He talked too damn much, and she didn't want to have to kill him.
Damn.
Yeah, nigga.
Damn.
I gave you some backstory so you could play with it.
Wow. Okay.
I had several directions that I wanted to go. Some of them more grotesque.
Right.
Some of them, more Griselda. But I said, you know what? We're still in the early stages. Let's build.
Yeah.
Let's create a story.
Yeah. That is interesting. So Denise knows about the business.
She knows something. I don't know how much she knows, but she knows something.
Right. And Preston Jones is the principal over at Boys and Girls.
Mm-hmm.
And Dolores used to work for the school.
She used to be a teacher.
So
long.
Because
she gets a pension.
Yeah. So she's a retired school teacher.
Yep.
Got it.
See, because we had to give Dolores a legit business.
Yeah. So now I gotta figure out. Okay. All right. This is a good story.
It is so far.
I am so excited.
And I gave you a last name, Jimenez.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know where I'm gonna take this. So I'm excited. I guess I have some work to do. I don't know what's gonna happen. We'll see. But that's today's show.
Yes, it is. Thank you for listening. Catch up on chapters 1 and 2 of Nigga Peace Theater. Catch up on Love After Lockup if you have not, so that you too can understand what's going on with the story.
Yeah.
Even though I'm seeing from a lot of people that they don't watch the show, but like we've either gotten them to start watching the show or they don't watch the show and they're like, the recaps are enough to make me understand what's going on.
That means we're doing a good job.
That means we're doing a good job.
Yeah. Don't worry. I know these episodes are long, but we're still doing this for Love After Lockup because we love it so much.
Yeah.
And after that, we won't do one unless some other wild ass show comes out.
Hopefully it does.
Yeah. I was saying I missed American Crime because if American Crime was back on, I definitely would have did recaps for it.
We only do recaps for like
fuckery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But that was such a good show.
Is Love After Lockup the first like consistent recap we've done?
We used to do a Leah Remini show.
Oh, that's right. I've kind of fallen off. I'm not gonna lie.
Me too.
Because
it's also a lot of emotionally texting, and it's a lot and a lot of the stories are like rape and molestation.
And then they get a little redundant. Like I think the fact that I've watched Going Clear.
I do need to watch them Danny Masterson episode though.
Oh, was that on?
I don't know if it's this week or in February.
Let a bitch know.
Girl,
let a bitch know. We'll talk about that.
Yeah,
because that shit was wild boots.
Whoa,
boots.
Anywho,
biggest scam, Scientology.
Hello. All right, guys. See you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Money gang. Soldier. Corn.
This episode of Jade and XD was produced by Abraham Kevin Quezada.
Rest on the way.
The days are getting shorter, and you can feel it in the air. Yes, it's that time of year. Pumpkin is finally back at Dunkin'. It's the cozy you've been craving all summer long, now in your cup at Dunkin'. Pick up all of your pumpkin favorites, like the signature pumpkin spice iced latte, or a pumpkin iced coffee, and bakery items like pumpkin donuts and muffins. Sip into something comfortable to celebrate the start of cozy season. Use the Dunkin' app for contactless ordering. America runs on Dunkin'. The days are getting shorter, and you can feel it in the air. Yes, it's that time of year. Pumpkin is finally back at Dunkin'. It's the cozy you've been craving all summer long, now in your cup at Dunkin'. Pick up all of your pumpkin favorites, like the signature pumpkin spice iced latte, or a pumpkin iced coffee, and bakery items like pumpkin donuts and muffins. Sip into something comfortable to celebrate the start of cozy season. Use the Dunkin' app for contactless ordering. America runs on Dunkin'.